Hey guys, it's Bianca Sophia. I cannot believe I forgot to, to tell you about this, you guys. Okay, so um, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so listen to this. Okay, now this is a while back. It was when I had people. I was under spiritual attack a lot at this time. Okay, and I wasn't protecting myself as much as I should have because I didn't know who I was at the time, right? I didn't realize I was under ultra programming. I didn't know any of that, right? So it's like, but once that started to break apart, and I realized what was going on and who I was, I said, I wonder if I have power. Let me try it out. You know what I mean? So I started binding people that could harm me, right? I didn't harm anybody. What I meant to say was I started binding people that were harming me, that I knew for a fact were harming me, okay? And these people are in my own family, right? Our bloodlines are tied together. Yes, the illuminated naughty ones, family members, right? And just all the bloodlines. It's very complex, right? And in the end, from above, we're all family. We should all be loving each other. But sometimes you have to spank your own family members, right? Right? So one night I binded a group of people, okay? And apparently these people were very powerful, right? And I have to say, okay, I was on my deck this one night, and I had someone come into my consciousness. And it was my twin's father. Yes, twin A's father came into my consciousness and said, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Whoa, who are you?" Right? I heard the voice. I immediately recognized him. Immediately. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, you guys. I mean, are you surprised that she's running out here at this time since she is a part of that bloodline? Oh, I swear. It's like she always knows when I'm talking about them. I swear. So, yes. As soon as he said, "Who are you?" I knew who it was. It's like I knew his voice somehow. I knew him. Like I could see his face clearly in my consciousness, in my third eye. He was there. And he was like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "Who are you?" But I knew, as soon as I said it, I knew, right? I knew. And he's like, he was like kind of like nervous. Hold on, let me I gotta take a puff for this one. Hold on. He's like, "I'm not here to harm you. I'm curious," right? He was very curious about me. He's like, "Who are you?" And I was like, I'm your son's twin flame. He's like, okay. I didn't know if he even knows what that means or whatever, but excuse me. He's like, "Where did you come from?" And I'm like, "Where did you come from? Like, how are you doing this?" He's like, he's like his son. He likes to change the subject when he doesn't want to answer any questions. He's like, no, I asked you first. You know what I mean? I was like, why? What does it matter? Like, he's like, I'm just very curious of who you are and how you're doing what you're doing. And I was like, what am I doing? I wanted to see if he knew. Like, I was like so curious, right? But then when I started questioning him, saying, "Wait a minute, how are you in my consciousness right now? How are you here right now?" Because that's, I'm very curious about you now. He's like, and then he's like, "Well, nice to meet you," and he like skedaddled. Like, where did that come from? I just thought that was so interesting. I wrote about that, and I got to go back and read it and see what I wrote. But I'm going to put this up for now, and then if I have anything to add to it, I will. But I thought that was very, very interesting. So, and when I talk about binding, I meant, I was binding people from hurting themselves and hurting each other, hurting others. You know, that's what I was doing, right? And I guess it worked because, yeah, that happened pretty like right after that, like not too far after that, right? So I thought that very interesting, right? And then after, you know, he left, I binded him. I'm sorry, I had to, because I left him out, right? I left him out. So I had to add him too, just in case, you know. Because I don't want him hurting anyone. I don't want him hurting others or himself, because I don't know. I just did it just as a precaution, right? Because I don't want anybody hurting anybody. It's like, that time is over. We're not to hurt anybody anymore, right? That's it. That's enough. You know, same with me. Like, you know, I've hurt people in the past, right? Apparently I've hurt a lot of people, right? So I don't want to harm people. I don't want to hurt people anymore, you know? I know I haven't in this life, not that I know of, you know, who the fuck knows, right? But I just thought that very interesting. Love you guys. Shields up, swords up. Let's get it.